Welcome to another edition of In Between the Fade right here. I'm your man, DJ Tiz. You can check me out on Instagram at _I am DJ Tiz. To my right, we have the beautiful VAUGHNETTE, aka Sister Soldier. Holla at him.
I am.
She can't get it together.
I am Queen B, often imitated, often duplicated, and my Instagram is got the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold.
There we go. To my left, I got the most talented female barber. I'm telling you, this woman is off the hook. Paige.
Hey, how y'all doing? You can find me on Instagram at slick_dresser.
That's right. And behind, you know, no story is complete unless it's a true story. We got True Story right in the background. She's working, always keeping it sharp. Tell me a little something, Story.
You guys can follow me at True Story Cuts. That's true with the
Story with the I, not a Y.
Y.
It's right there below. And we right here at Studio 54 Grooming Room. Studio54grooming.com on Instagram, Studio 54 Grooming. Look, we're going to jump right into this thing. This is our third episode. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, share, comment down below. But we're going to jump right into this thing. Our first topic today, you know me, we got to keep it black. We're going to keep it official. Why is it that every, and this question goes to Sister Soldier because you know how she do. Why is it that every entertainer, every music mogul has to start their acceptance speech with some sort of struggle? I cannot understand that. I believe it does one thing to our race. It does something for the individual. It builds them up. But for the race, it actually knocks them down. And I'm going to explain my point, then we're going to go around the room and we're going to get some, you know, some opinions from the ladies. It definitely builds up the person because we live in a society right now where it's a started from the bottom, now I'm here society. But what does that say, Paige, to the parents of this young man that might have struggled, that might have did what they had to do to get a meal on the table, but made sure that their son went to school each and every day, that made sure that their son, you know, had a meal on the table each and every night, made sure their son had clean clothes, just really did the best that they can do with their child. But this same child gets on stage now and says, I had nothing, we came from nothing, and now I can start my legacy from this day on. Well, does that like just shatter the black community? Like, if I was a white person and I was looking at that, I would say, damn, these niggas still ain't got nowhere.
If you say these niggas, it's a problem.
Right.
I mean, we gonna keep real. You can't keep real in the
Let's be real.
barbershop.
It's 2020. There's a lot of white people that say
Don't
niggas.
say these niggas because this is
And not with the ER, with the A, because they think that they
I
with
don't
it.
care what the
Well,
Let's just be real.
Let's keep it real. So how you feel about that, Paige? Like, what's your perception of that? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it doesn't hurt the race? Do you think it's just status quo? What?
I just think it's a reflection of the time that we live in, and everything's so focused on self. Nobody really acts and moves in a way where it affects the other people around them as long as they look like they're doing well. I mean, there's been plenty of celebrities and artists where their parents have come out and said, like, that isn't how you was raised. That's
Right.
not what happened. So, I mean, it's been proven over and over again that it's just the formula that works in the music industry. And I just feel like they just keep repeating the formula. But by doing that, it does kind of say something to the effect like, you know, we still don't have anything, even though black people have made so many strides since, you know, slavery times. And,
Right.
I just feel like it, like you said, it really does set us back as a culture.
I'm glad that you said that because I am sure Sister Soldier
I know she got something to say.
got something to say on this because me and her talk a lot. And I know she cannot, well, I'm not going to speak for her. What you feel, Sister Soldier?
Okay.
VAUGHNETTE.
Thank you, that is me. So, okay. Me personally, I would describe myself as not a cliche thinker. So I don't have a cliche answer. I feel as though half of it is a marketing strategy. And I feel like, Tiz hates when I say this, but whoever controls the media controls the mind. If you think about what is put on TV, what that representation means. So I don't think necessarily the media has our best interest at heart. So it's a marketing strategy. No one wants to be with the good guy. No one wants to be, it's not popular to come from a well-structured household. So, and also, the other half is, it's true. A lot of people did come from hard times, but it's just a better selling point from a marketing standpoint, I assume, to say that, oh yes, I had a hard knock life. I mean, because for us, it just sounds good to say, hey, I struggled. You know, so then.
But that's the thing. That's my question.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why are we the only race that doesn't shame hard times and poverty?
We're the only race that is
We embrace it.
That we embrace it and we actually make it, try to make it work for us.
If we look at us as
Eminem
a race,
might be the only white
we
boy
are the,
that.
no, Kid Rock, so there's two.
Eminem might be the only white boy that will glorify his mom's being on drugs on a song so that he can fit into our culture.
No, I just feel as though
That's
it's
a
a
good
marketing
point.
strategy.
That's
and
a
I
great
feel like
point.
I feel like the higher ups go, they have this template and we fit inside this template.
Story.
But
So you mean like they go and look for
yes,
the
or
poor,
they feed us
Helping
this script.
story.
the lesser
They
than.
feed us this script, and that's why when they change our names, you don't a lot of times use your real name. They dumb down your age. You follow a script, and this is what I believe. I don't know if it's facts, and I believe you follow a script. Say, hey, like Nick Cannon, right? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna say this for lack of better words. We know he's corny, but let's say Nick Cannon had even Will Smith. Well, no, Will Smith struggled a little bit. They came from like regular upbringing, but look at their rap career. They ain't got no street cred. Zero street cred.
But why is Stink?
Well, what about Drake?
No,
He did come from hard times.
Exactly.
And he literally wrote a song.
And me personally,
started from the bottom.
and
Nah,
me
man.
personally,
Where is the bottom? That's what I want to
his
know.
mother
Where is the bottom?
Caucasian, and Drake has an extra chromosome. His eyebrows are too close, so he has so I can't speak for him. He's a little challenged. Don't know.
Story,
But
when
I
you
just
say
believe-
story, I would love to hear you your input on this.
Yeah.
But Story, when you say the media controls the mind, I would want to rebuttal that and say, who's putting the words in these people's mouths? I don't have to make that my acceptance
The
speech.
contract.
I won
You
the
do.
Heisman.
Contractually
You
speaking,
did
you
not.
do.
I won the Heisman. I got drafted second in the draft pick. I get up there and I'm speaking candidly,
Right.
but all of our stories, and it's not
Most
the.
athletes come from hard times.
It's
though,
not.
right?
They
Well,
do,
most
but
of them
why do the culture make it where
It's not the culture.
hard times is popular?
It's the media that gives us the perception.
I don't think so.
I feel like
We have to open up
there's a lot of people from other cultures that come from hard times as well.
How
but
can
they
we speak
don't
on other
dwell
cultures?
on
Are we
it
from
so
other
much.
cultures?
I feel like a lot of times
We're
in the
black, so we don't know other cultures. We
I feel
can't say
like
that.
in-
Y'all are black.
in the black
That's not
community,
y'all. No.
they promote that because it's something that we connect with, and I feel like we have so many ties to the past and
Yes.
all the trauma that's happened to us over the years that we haven't yet gotten to a point where we can get past that.
If no one apologizes,
I
you
was
can't get
gonna
past
say,
it.
when is it gonna
When-
be
I
the
mean,
if
time
you don't
where we
apologize
get
to
After a certain
You
point, you
never
gotta move on
acknowledge
with your
it.
life.
That
Whether
really
somebody
sounds good.
apologizes to you or not.
That sounds good, but
So
everyone can't do what some of us have been able to do. There's a lot of us that have gotten
Yeah, but
past
I mean,
it.
there's a
But if
lot
you
of
don't
people that haven't
apologize-
directly been affected. I mean,
Oh, we have trickle-down effect. Everybody,
trickle down,
let's
trickle
read
down,
the trickle-down effect.
trickle down.
Post-traumatic stress. We suffer from PTSD.
I'm-
It is what it is.
Well, I don't think that. Again, we're going to talk in blankets because we can't just throw a blanket over a problem and the problem is fixed. We're all individuals, I believe. We individuals, right? We are individuals. So if I go out and I commit,
I represent the race.
if I go out and I commit a crime, and they lock me up, I have to do that time. You know what I mean? I'm an individual.
That's true.
You guys don't go to jail because I did the crime and just because you're black. It shouldn't be that
But the
way,
system is jacked up, right?
The system may be jacked up, but
So you don't have, so from jump, you don't have a fair trial from jump, right?
no, I don't believe in that.
Because the
I don't
law-
believe in that.
When they made these laws, you 1/16th, right? So the system from jump is still jacked up. We know.
If you living
we
in the
get
past,
stats.
then
No,
yes, that
present
might
day
be a
time,
fact.
Look, they just legalized marijuana, so they need to let the people out that so
And
marijuana.
a lot of
right?
states are doing that.
Okay, all forget a
But
lot.
all the states where
no,
it is
no,
legal.
no, like
All
4
the
states.
states where it is
4 states are.
legal.
How many states do we have? We're in the 50s,
But it's
right?
not
In
legal
4
in all
states,
states.
everyone knows
It's
how it
not
goes
legal
when
in all
we.
states.
So
The states where it is
basically-
legal, they have started to.
But you got to ask yourself, and this right here goes to story firsthand. How have blacks contributed in the market? We sit here and complain because we definitely have an argument. We definitely have a point, and our point should be heard. But what are we doing to change things? We can change the market, but how does black people contribute into market and buying? And right now, what's the stats? We're the number one consumers.
The market is striving tremendously from not just black, but I also think minority buyers, period. I think based on a stat that I've seen, you may have, I think we're 1/3 of a Caucasian or white person's wealth. We only have 1/3 of that, a fraction of what they have. And I think a lot of times it comes from, I don't want to not agree with what Ronette said, what we see trending and even what we see every single day that we think is popular, because we grew up from our past having lesser than, we strive to get more.
I can
We wanna
agree with
buy
that.
the most expensive thing, what we think may be high quality, but I think that society has geared it to make it that way, just to make it a selling point to us.
Well, Sister Soldier, how do you
Right.
feel about if we have the power to change the market, but we have all the stripes, we have all of the complaints, we have all of the injustices, but we also hold the key to changing the market and making things pretty much the way we want them, or we withhold our funds, we withhold our dollar to the government.
I mean, that's what they did in the civil
Well,
rights.
black power.
Exactly.
actually-
So
you guys
what do
are
you
right.
say about that?
Okay,
They
so
become a
there's a
cowardly
thing. There's a
race.
thing that I'm not sure
Before
that you guys
what
are
we
aware
were.
of. On Black for Black Friday, actually it starts before Black Friday. There is something that goes around where we actually do go on strike. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it.
We should be. We're black.
And, yeah.
Why
And
shouldn't
so
we be?
It starts even before Christmas and it goes out to after the New Year's. You don't buy unless you necessarily have to. And also they give out these different companies that are kind of like We Buy Black. And basically it shows that there's power in numbers. So I follow, or I'm tuned into or tapped into a lot of positive, progressive black people that will only do things that are geared to our favor. So I do understand that, or subscribe to that, yes, we do have such like tremendous spending power. But the fact of the matter is, I believe that a lot of us are sick. So you have a lot of black people that possibly have the mentality of, oh, I live in this neighborhood, so this is not applicable to me. But regardless of the fact, as long as it's happened to your race, it is applicable.
Now-
So I believe that if we could, well, we're sick. So we have to understand where we came from in order for us to propel us
Now,
forward.
going to you, Paige, she says that we're sick. We're sick as a race. I believe that. I believe that to be true. I agree with what you're saying when you say that we're sick as a race. But what is the cure? What is the cure? If we're sick as a race, when you're sick, you either take medicine or you feed a cold. You remember the commercial, right? What are you doing to become unsick? Or do you just relish in being sick? So therefore, you just go out and no matter what you do, you can just fall back on, I was sick when I did that. Or I'm a sick individual, so I can do this injustice. I can do this crime. I can do this laziness. I can do this not going to school, not educating myself properly. Because I understand that I'm sick. What is the unsick? How do you get unsick?
I feel like, to a certain degree, I feel like we've progressed far enough that to use the "I'm sick" excuse in 2020 is just like,
Okay.
I just feel like times have progressed enough that
There you
times
go.
have progressed enough that if we haven't realized our power by now, it's more so
I'll
an
drink to
issue to the individual and not the people as a whole. I mean,
But doesn't it start with it takes a village though.
it does take a village, but after a certain point, you gotta realize, like, you know, some people just aren't going to jump on the bandwagon, and that's just going to be it. I mean,
I got a question,
But
right?
with that, everybody jumped on the whole H&M situation when the little boy was a monkey, and they wanted to say, let's boycott this and
yeah, in
boycott
social
that.
mean when you can hide
But
behind the
they'll jump
screen
on that, but we
and all
can't
you're
jump
doing
on
is saying words and just
something else.
typing stuff. But when it comes to actually
I just got a
applying
question,
it
right?
and putting your money where your mouth is,
For
and-
the kids, when you go down, what is it? Whatever that street is that take you to 95 from Baltimore, when you come from Miss Shirley, I know what Miss Shirley is, don't act like you don't. So, when you coming from that street and you turn and make a left on Presidential, right? With them kids that still trying to wash your windshield, even though you do, and the solution comes out and your windshield washes by itself, do you think that kid can draw his own conclusion like, hey, what the hell am I thinking? Let me rise above as a people, let me go to the library. He cannot. Physically, mentally, and his science.
Where is his parents?
Oh, what if he don't got parents?
What if he do?
What if he just not?
A lot of them do.
In 2020, if you're still trying to wash a windshield, where most cars are automatic,
and
you
that's a whole
are
nother,
done.
that's a whole nother
So
sickness.
this,
I don't think
this
it's
is
done.
one problem with us as black people that I feel like we don't educate ourselves enough. If you educate yourself
First, we have
enough,
to
you
be
would
aware
not.
that we're sick.
Thank you.
Black people, some
Thank
people
you.
aren't aware that it's
Hello?
a sickness. They see it as a norm.
Exactly.
So if they see it as a norm, they don't see that as a problem that others like us see it as. They
Right.
might be okay with
Yes.
that. So once you become aware of it, then you can start figuring out a solution.
Because the first step is what? To admit I have a problem. That's the first step.
Thank you, Vonette. Second is to be educated on what your problem is and how you're going to solve it. You have to have a plan and everything like that. And that's something that they don't have.
Well, I would like to throw the question out there. Do you believe that social media plays a big part in our demise?
Absolutely.
I believe that we have gotten away, and I'm preaching to the choir here, but I'm sure some people out there that are probably looking at their cell phones right now, listening to me say, we have created something where everything has a platform, positive or negative.
Right.
We have created something that can raise your children and supersede your hands that's on your child and raising them. I believe I'm a great father. I believe that, I have qualities that maybe some other fathers don't have, but I'm not ignorant to the fact to say that my child, my sons, probably spend more time on the phone than they do at the dinner table with me.
Absolutely.
Getting my influence.
You think you gotta work. Oh, how many
Right.
people can go home to have dinner with their kids? So you're right.
Right.
That's true.
So when I say that, I would say, Story, to bring you in on this, I would say, how important is it for us to parent our children without the distractions of social media, of reality TV, even as far as CNN, you have to be careful about what you let your children watch as far as CNN, because I think everything, because of what you said, Vonette, of who controls the mind, I think they all are in cahoots.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
It's one.
I think
Down to the cartoon.
it's very important
yes.
that we are more interactive on a one-on-one level with our children, because it takes away the social being social, not just with you, but even with other
Peers.
kids their age, their peers that
Right.
they play with. If I have I hate it because I had to stop my daughters from doing it. I don't like my child watching another child on a phone or a tablet or TV playing with toys maybe the same toys that my child got sitting in the corner, but you're watching your child play with that. It takes away from
your experience,
their hand-eye coordination, all types of coordination that you need in order to grow up to be a fully functional adult.
Right.
It takes away from that. It takes away from adults being social. Why am I on a date with you and we both on our phones? Like it takes away from the human interaction.
And I'm glad that
less human with all the social media and the stuff that's going on
right.
now.
And I'm glad you brought that up. And that goes right into what we're talking about next. Like why is it cool just to openly show affection and show love? Or is that something that needs to be beat into a person? Or is it really that hard to openly show love in a relationship and just anywhere?
I feel like showing love first starts with self-love. In order to show somebody else love, you gotta know what it is to love. You gotta love yourself for real. And
I definitely agree with
that's
that.
where it starts. And a lot of
You love
people,
yourself?
a lot of people aren't taught.
You love God? Because I don't feel like my God.
I feel like a lot of people aren't taught to love themselves first and then love another person. They look for validation in other people so much that they end up lost themselves. And that's why I feel like the marriage rate, and not even just marriage rate, but just the whole dating scene, and it's trash right now. Like it's really bad.
So what says, are you asking like open affection or
Open affection. Like, is that a scary, is that a slippery slope to climb? You got a lot of people right now that act real. They put on a facade of something that's thicker, that's stronger than who they really are as a person because they don't want to show that side. But shouldn't it be a good thing to show affection, to show love? Instead of, and I think it all goes right back to what, it all comes full circle. What is being portrayed on your television? What is being portrayed in the music? What is being portrayed on social media? Nobody is attracted to the dude that, gets on one knee and confesses his love. But nowadays, in these generations, in these younger generations,
they see that as corny.
They see that as being vulnerable. They want a man that pay him no attention. That will tell him, drop it in the DM. Drop it in the DM. Why I just can't tell you why I'm standing right here with you.
I'm not dropping it in the DM.
Slide in the DM.
Oh, we sliding in the DM. Look, I drop it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Pick it up.
Pick it up. I drop it and can't pick it back up.
I know you guys do not like when I go through this. This is
So don't go through it.
Don't do it.
we gotta read a book from the top. We can't read a book from the middle. I believe, guys, I know you hate this, the trickle-down effect. You gotta think about it. Back in the days, stereotypically, your parents wasn't really not showing you love because
That's not
even
true.
now they have to.
My grandma loved me.
No, your grandmother loved you,
My
but
pa loved me. Your pa loved you? Color purple. You ain't seen it. You ain't black.
Whoopi Goldberg never got nominated.
What did young boys say?
Right, she should have.
She never got nominated. Steven Spielberg did.
What did young boys
If
say?
that movie came
No
out,
cat.
if that movie came out in 2019, she would have had
Y'all crazy. Y'all go
No
crazy.
cat.
Listen. Back in our household, like it was, you had to be bred to be tough. That is our number one thing. Even now, we teach our kids how to be black and survive. So it's very hard or cliche, especially as a black woman, because a black man was taken out of the house. So a black woman, it's hard for her to show love. She has to be strong. We have to be strong. A black person is synonymous with strength. So vulnerability, even though it's something that is beautiful, it is also seen as a weakness. So it's just like, even me as a woman, like all the women in my family, they are pit bulls. They do not say I love you. They don't necessarily hug you. No offense, don't watch this and get mad at me. But
That's natural.
That's just how it
my
was.
Her family beautiful.
That's just
They
how.
All her cousins.
But-
What's that cousin you got?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, like I said. She know who she is. She beautiful, and I love
I
her.
never use names.
I just
And
feel
she
like
got the best cupcakes in the world.
I feel like kids these days. I feel like kids these days are so soft.
Look, we gonna put the cupcake.
We gonna put the cupcake right there for a small fee.
She just want cupcakes, red velvet.
Yeah,
Red
look.
velvet.
Thank you for
Red
my
velvet.
birthday cupcakes. They were wonderful. Red velvet in the place. You know who you are. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Beso me mucho.
Right. So, like we were saying, Paige. I mean,
I had a point too. Now.
you had a point. You forgot your point.
So
See,
I
Paige
was
is
letting
sick.
her
No
finish.
more. Let's take this and put this over here. No
She
more.
doesn't
Paige.
realize that she's sick. I'm sick.
I got a question.
I was letting you finish, but I did want to touch on something. So you talk about how in this day and age you don't show love to.
Not this age, back then. This age,
In this day and age, you don't show love
Spice
to
life. Y'all show
the
love
people that show
everybody.
love to you.
Y'all
You-
free
you-
love, young kids, y'all now.
People are trying to seek validation from the people that don't really pay them attention. But also you got to look back to when you're a kid. You talk about, say, okay, a young girl, maybe like 8 years old.
Right.
Okay, she goes to school, little boy push her down.
Yes.
She don't know what's going
That's
on.
when he likes her.
Yeah, oh, that means he just like you. You know, don't worry about it. And
Tell that to my bleeding
that
I know, because I'll fight you back.
over time, that becomes instilled into your child. And then that's what they're going to look for every single
Right.
time.
So are we talking about like the abusive, the women who, well, not women. Like,
Well, I don't think we can do that because how many little girls didn't get pushed down? I got pushed down by a little girl. So what happened with that? Her name was Cynthia. Cynthia probably in jail right now where you should be.
I mean, nothing we say
Nobody
is
should be.
absolute.
She's not an animal. She does
Now,
not
but
deserve that.
to
She's not an
piggyback on
animal.
what Paige said, that's even with how men were or little boys were raised. Little boys, it's probably still to this day, little boys are taught to, like, if they hurt themselves, they are told not to cry, not
Right.
to show some type of emotion.
Right.
So to grow up in an environment like that, or where you can't show emotion or you're looked at as soft, it teaches you to be an adult to not show that much affection, not to let people see you in that vulnerable state.
Well, since we here talking about vulnerability and love and affection, we're about to get into something that y'all know y'all gonna like. We're gonna have Sister Soldier take us with the kill, marry, or smash.
Take
Boom.
it back.
So let's kick it off.
Let's go.
Okay, Thomas Stewart, no offense to anyone because we are equal opportunity offenders against everybody. So, would
Let's
you,
go.
I gotta go first.
I can't wait.
yes, would you kill, smash, or marry Viola Davis with the wig off,
Ooh.
Oprah with the corns on her feet and she
Ooh.
wanna rub feet, or Whoopi Goldberg fresh off the wake up?
Ooh.
Okay. Well, with that being said,
That's.
I really would have to think. Let me think. All right, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
I would smash a hammer over my head and kill myself. I can't do that. No?
Time out.
Okay.
Always making their own rules.
All right. I would marry Oprah,
Okay,
of
wow.
course, because she got
That's
some
a-
money.
that's a business
That's a
move.
gift. That's a business
Oh,
deal.
that's a business
I would marry Oprah, and we're gonna sleep in separate beds.
Nasty.
I would smash. Woo!
Viola Davis with the wig off, or Whoopi Goldberg with the cheeks. With
I smash Whoopi. I smash. And we're talking about
But
color.
what Whoopi we talk about? We talk about Whoopi from Beloved, when she
I want to smash Whoopi for the color purple like Mr. did.
Oh.
At least I know she ain't gonna move.
Me and do his business.
Right.
At least I know she ain't gonna.
Well, that means you're a virgin.
And I would kill Viola Davis because I just can't do that. Them damn
She
eyes.
walk like her feet
Right,
hurt all
her
the
feet
time.
Okay,
I love her.
Paige
I love
next.
her.
Go ahead, Barnett.
All right, okay, Paige. I don't know. Okay. I don't. Story. Go. Story is good at 3 foot tall. The Kang.
Who is the king?
If you don't know the Kang, then you need
James
to
Brown?
James Brown is a good one.
Michael Jackson, the king of
I'm
pop.
talking about.
Which king we
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about Rubber Band Man. Wild as a Taliban.
Okay,
If y'all don't know
so
who
he 3 foot tall.
who the Kang
3 foot
is,
tall.
Yes.
I mean, 3 feet tall.
So midget T.I.
Future with no arms.
Future with no arms.
Yes.
T-Rex.
Yes. Or Reggie with no bush.
Are you talking about hairless all over?
Reggie no bush.
No hair at all?
Reggie no bush.
Oh, no
Okay,
eyebrows.
what did it be?
I would.
No eyebrows too?
Or Story, hold on, asterisk in there, or would you roll the dice and give it all away for Lauren London at the top and for Shaka Khan at the bottom?
Oh.
Nah, I'm gonna do the other one first. I was married T.I.
But the
Okay.
little one?
Yes, little midget.
short
'Cause
one?
I'm only 5'2", so you know what I'm saying? We could be the knee-high crew.
The knee high.
I would kill Future
Why?
because he has no arms and I hate him with his auto-tune voice.
He's beautiful.
And I like Sierra on
Good
Sierra's
facial
time. Shout out to
structure.
CC. Blah, 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 blah. And I would smash Reggie Bush and put baby oil over him, and he already got no hair. So he's just flying everywhere.
You can draw this out.
Eyebrows on, yes.
Put a man unit on.
All right, we need Paige. You gotta hit
gotta
Vaughnette with
do
one,
Vaughnette.
and then we gonna get out of
All right,
here
here we go.
in between the fade.
Here we go. All right.
Nina Ross. Come on. Let me get my point.
E40.
What do you sound like?
Rick Ross.
Marry, smash, or kill.
Okay.
Or DJ Khaled.
Oh,
Okay.
marry,
Okay.
smash.
That's too easy. You gotta give them deficiencies or something.
I'm just saying.
All right. Okay. First of all,
DJ Khaled with no beard.
I'm gonna kill.
Rick Ross
I'm gonna
and
kill Khaled because you know I don't date outside my race. Kill Khaled. Whew, he's out of here.
Damn.
What?
Another one.
I don't care. DJ Khaled, you're out of here, buddy. No. And then y'all know Rick Ross. I like him. He dressed really good. He got nice cars. And me and him gonna go shopping.
What if he was shaped like Dave Chappelle?
Rick Ross face like.
His face.
Rick
Dave
Ross
Chappelle
face,
got
but Dave Chappelle the crackhead joint.
Like Ashley
Tyrone
Berry,
Biggles.
Tyrone Biggles. I don't care. I like Rick Ross. I like his beard. I like beards.
He gonna be like,
Yeah,
Rick
I like,
Ross with a goatee.
I'm a. All right, but that's okay. I do hair and I'm a massage the pupils.
And what was the first one?
Oh, and then I guess I gotta smash
E40.
You gonna smash E40?
She hate E40. I know it.
I hate his voice.
Hurry up!
Can you imagine? Ooh, tell me when to go.
go.
I'm gonna cover his
They gonna be
mic.
like, Barnett, just a up.
Remember, like, share, subscribe. In between the fade, Studio 54 Grooming
Cut
Room.
it.
Peace.
Oh my God.